Yo. Welcome back, guys. Happy Saturday. We got some weekend trading going on. We're going to take a look at the chart. Will Bitcoin bounce? Is it going to keep going down farther? Find out. Real quick, smash that like and subscribe button for the new stream. It really helps the stream find new viewers on the YouTube platform. Every time you hit like, it shows it to more people. Right on. Thank you, guys. Let's jump into stuff. Boom. On the 5-minute, relatively sideways. Nothing to address in an urgent manner at the moment. So let's talk. Check out the Patreon. It's still early in the month. I actually just published a patron-exclusive educational video. You don't want to miss it. Sign up today. Right on. Make sure you're in our Discord for after the stream. Ooh, my computer's spiking in usage. Holy hell. All right, 80%. Why are we at 80%? That's wild. Patreon, yeah. Check it out. Lots of content, lots of posts, all kinds of good stuff. Funding analysis, market analysis, big picture, new patrons, macro market alerts, etc. Discord. Check out the Discord for after the show. We'll have live airdrops. You'll get some free sats just for being in there. All of these links are in the video description below. Patrons pinned to the top of the chat. Follow me on Twitter. And that's the shill. Shill's over. Smash the likes and subscribes. We got through that quickly. What's up, Mr. Ragsdale? What up? Trying to figure out why my computer's at 90% usage. That's way higher than it should be. Hopefully that settles down. I don't want to crash here. But we should be good. Things are looking all right. I'll pop out the chat so I have an eye on this early. What's up, Miss Teen Crypto? The beautiful, wonderful, intelligent Miss Teen Crypto's here, guys. Follow her and Jeremy Ragsdale. Both of them perform live on YouTube. Great content. Respect from Vegas. What's up, Vegas? Kevin Spaz, Crypto Botnik, Beauty with Zarpaj. Cheers to you guys. Cheers. Let's get into the charts. Couldn't forget Johnny B, Neil, and Crypto Bull. All right. So let's take a peek at where we closed Friday. And before I get into it, I'll make a new chart because we'll take a look at the old chart. But we like to start fresh every day. So let's take a peek. Where did we close? Looks like 39.1. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. Let's make this actually a solid green for support. So we have a daily local support. Volume was okay, but we do see the greater trend. This is a rising volume, I would say, from around September last year. We're going to get rid of volume. It's not that helpful on a day-to-day basis. The close, could have been worse. Could have been worse. What we see here today, which is a little spicy, is we have 2 daily candles in a row where their wicks are reaching down to the same level. And guess what level that is? 38.5. We talked about this yesterday as being the support below our zone that did break. Womp. Did break. But this is our monthly level. Real quick, I'm just going to show you so you can visualize along with me. This is our monthly level of support. This is a beautiful spot to bounce. We came just shy of it. This is a potential. This is the potential to start trending back up. Bouncing from the bearish engulfing, had price traded below 38,491. The monthly would have been bearish engulfed. However, the bulls had a different idea. At least for now into the weekend, we see 2 wicks of pretty much equal length below the candle. What that can set this up for on the daily, this is just a little speculation, not really saying this is going to happen, but that can set this up for what's called a tweezer bottom. A tweezer bottom looks exactly like this. Exactly like this. You have a candle in one direction with a large wick below, followed by another candle of the other direction, so in this case green, with a large wick below that goes to about the same point, and you look for a reversal. So just a little education for you. Drop you the educations here. We could be looking at a tweezer bottom on the daily, but We don't really see it yet, do we? We're going to need to see this break to the upside for this, in my opinion, to really be a tweezer bottom. Going to need to see a little higher trading, maybe up to the 40,000 range, 40,500. We were talking about that the last few days, as that's a large, important price zone, 40,000 to 40,500. I'm going to pull up CME as well. So CME closed trading. Let's find out where it closed. This is always an important question. Oh, wow. Always an important question on these Friday into the weekend tradings. CME doesn't control the market, but where it closes on Friday tends to be with great probability where it opens Monday. So we see 39,500. Womp, that's right where price is. So we're going to add this to our chart. This is not technically real level. 39.5, what was it? 39.545. Technically not a real level, but we like to have it on our charts because it really commonly does come into play by the end of the weekend. Like this video if you're bullish and or zesty. Very zesty. Very, very zesty. Let's see. I know that we had on the daily some pretty important moving averages that we broke below. That sucks. We broke below and closed. Wompity wompity. Let's see. 40,200 and 40,500. So exactly that zone that was support. This is what our chart looked like yesterday. We were looking for this zone to hold. It did not. We were saying, okay, well, we can go as low as 37 and we still can hold on to bullish divergence on our lows. We have not invalidated that. We still have potentially a bullish divergence forming with the potential here of a tweezer bottom on the daily. Those are two reversal signs that are in agreement. We don't have it yet. Let's see how this day closes. We're keeping our eye on 37,000. That's going to be not a good sign. Not a good sign. What we were looking at yesterday is a falling wedge on the, well, you can see it on pretty much any time frame. Starting from the 2nd of March at 45.4, and we've traded down to the monthly support. Could be worse. We do look for these falling wedges. You can see this triangle here. We do look for these patterns to break to the upside. So if we do a little speculating here and we say, if the bottom's in, which we don't know, we can't, it's too early to say the bottom is in. This is not a strong enough reversal, and especially considering we have this large zone of resistance. But if we speculate and say it is, we can say where might it go. So we're going to look for our 0.5 retrace, which is sitting right at that important level, 42,000, and our 618 retrace at 42.6. So these would be where we would look if the bottom is in. And the problem, or I guess not the problem, but what's important about these is retracements don't always lead to continuation. So what this is suggesting is that if the bottom is in here locally and we start moving back up, we may move all the way to 42,000, 42,006, 700, and still then look to move lower, maybe towards that 37,000. So what we need is to break those retracement levels to be more confident on a retest of our high and potentially a higher high. On a break of 45K being the swing high, let's put it on this chart though because it's clean. On a break of 45, we can use our Fibonacci extension tool, as we love using on this channel, to map out some upside targets. Our 1618 extension, 50,200, and our 2 measured move, 53.5. This would be amazing. It'd be amazing to see this happen, as I believe once we pass around 52,000, the downtrend is over. I think we can even say a little more specifically the 200 daily moving average right here in green. I know it's hard to see. I'm going to make it a little thicker. There we go. Make all these a little more easy. There we are. Sitting right here at 50K, that's going to be the trend setter for me. I don't love that it's begun trending down, curling down. That's not ideal. But we have to make do with what we got. Closing dailies above the 200 daily historically has been a very bullish sign. You can see that happened all the way back here in April 2020. We never really came back to it until down in May. We crashed, closed below. The bulls lost some power, and it wasn't until we retook that 200 that we were able to move back up to a new all-time high. And so that's what we're looking for here. It's what we're praying for, is to start closing above the 200 again. In all honesty, I don't really see this happening this weekend. I would be pleasantly surprised if it did. But I don't really see it happening this weekend. I think this weekend, the highest probability close, or let's say the highest probability open for next week, is sitting right here. Let's make this white and smaller. Boom. 39.5. It's just historically been a good bet to say the weekend trading is usually sideways, usually choppy, not ideal for trading, and typically ends up opening right around where it closes on Friday. You can even see in the last hour or two, it's kind of found imaginary resistance there as the market kind of trends around. Yep, very accurately. I don't like it, but it just is what it is. Just like the moon cycles. I don't like that the moon cycles seemingly are always in play. Just like I don't like that CME is seemingly always in play, but they both kind of are. Actually, speaking of moon cycles, is it a new moon right now? Might be a new moon right now. Let me open this up. But that's not the right link. Moon phase count. Just tell me what it is today. Oh my god, 100 ads. Moon phase today, maybe? He's gonna... For today and tonight? Okay, 2 days ago, actually. 2 days ago was the new moon? March 2nd. Let's see. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. God, I don't like it. I don't want this to be true with all of my rational existence. I don't want the moon to be a decent predictor of price action. But on March 2nd, which was the new moon, we saw our swing high. This is the highest point in price right here. March 2nd. Since then, we've fallen down. Just can't deny it. All right. Screw you, moon. Just kidding. Don't hurt me, moon. Where are we? Let's start with a little bit of the TA on the short time frames. RSI on the 5, potential for some bullish divergence. Momentum is down. No signs of that chilling yet. This is a little interesting, though. We see money flow on the 5-minute coming up, and we actually see a pretty bullish momentum here on the 5. By that, I mean these blue oscillating wave lines above are above the 0 line right here, and they are trending above the 0 line. And that is typical of an uptrend. It's good to see that. I want to see that remain throughout the day. We can see the opposite, what, in the last day or two, yesterday, literally the opposite. Momentum was pushed down below 0 and stayed below 0, very briefly becoming positive before falling back down. We want to see that in the reverse here, and that's going to lead us to more upside. So the 5-minute doesn't really look super bullish yet, but it's much better than it was yesterday. That's a really important takeaway. Yesterday, as we went through time frames, every single time frame we looked through looked like crap. They were all bearish. You guys know I don't like being bearish, but price goes up and down. There was very little signs of anything strong yesterday, and it's great to see the first thing we look at has a little promise, a little bit of promise. Hopefully that extends out here as we move to the 15-minute. Our size being pulled pretty low, but price has not really. Momentum is actually positive on the 15-minute. That was not true at all yesterday. Not at all. This is like all of what we saw yesterday. Good to see a little bit of buying pressure, but it is potentially waning off here. As we can see, these light bars are turning darker. That means the momentum is slowing down. All right, I don't hate this either. 15-minute, kind of similar to the 5. We see very brief dips below our 0 momentum line, but the bulls pushing it back up, catching it. That's what we want to see continue to happen. Again, kind of recaching. This was yesterday, and it was the exact opposite. So we want to see this continue on out today if we want to bounce. If we want the bounce. Nice, people are finding their way. I didn't schedule the stream in the same way I usually do. I just went live, so I bet we're catching a lot of people live, or a lot of people off guard. DVR is enabled, so you can go back, catch up on what was said if you'd like, or you can wait till the end of the episode. Works both ways. Smash the likes. Hey, Miss Teen Crypto says smash the likes. Can't argue with that. Can't argue with that. Let's see. I'm gonna look at it here. Yeah, nothing to note. Okay. On to the 30. We're gonna go all the way out to about the daily. So far, recap, 5-minute, not great, but looking better than yesterday. 15-minute really is following up on that same sentiment. Not bullish, but not as bleak. Not as bleak as yesterday's chart. RSI's marching up with price. Not likely to be much divergence there. Beautiful. Beautiful on the 30. This is what we like to see. 2 thumbs up. This is what we like to see. Very, very different landscape from yesterday. Basically, I can summarize this by saying the selling dominance, the bears being in total control yesterday, no longer appears to be true. This chart isn't to the moon bullish, but it is not in the same kind of just hopelessness it was yesterday. We have a little bit of bullish shining through. Yeah, you can see the momentum here remaining positive on our MACD histogram for the 30-minute. We potentially might be seeing that wane in this half hour. But we got about half the candle left, so it's too early to call that. So far, I like what I'm seeing. Yesterday, I did not. 45 minutes, same thing. We see money flow on the 45, potentially looking to roll over here after remaining negative from the 3rd all the way until question mark today. We're looking for another positive money flow wave, we'll call it impulse. And that would be our signal that we're looking for a bounce. Just approaching is not really enough, but it is a good sign because it has made a lower low. It has made a lower low versus right here. So even if this does end up selling off a little bit, it still is giving us a signal on the 45. It's looking to roll over, and that is a positive take. That's a positive take. Let's go to the hour. I'm liking what I'm seeing today. I don't have a lot of confidence because it's weekend. Weekend trading has been pretty historically crap. But I like it. Yesterday was so bearish. Today looking... just look at this. This is brutal. The 3rd through the 4th, right up until it seems the 5th open, we had purely bearish control. We can see that right here. Now in the last, 2-3 hours, we've seen that momentum return to positive, and what we're going to have to see is that held on to. We do not want this. We do not want that. We've seen that on lower time frames recently, and that led to some nasty sell-offs, but so far, so good. On the hour, let's see, we got 41 minutes, plenty of time in this hour left. I'm going to place this. This is where the previous hour opened, so that will be local support here on the hour. We want to see the next 40 minutes trade above here, and you can see the TA works, man. Chart falls, goes to local support. Now we have a little battle here. Who wins, bears or bulls? We don't know. If it can hold this support into the hour, we're looking to move back up to the highs. This chart keeps autoing weirdly. Interesting. So this isn't indicators. This is looking at the candlestick patterns. This is pretty spicy right here. Pretty spicy right here. We see the 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 2-hour candles all in a relatively tight range. And it's interesting, I guess the timing here is what's going to be interesting, is as soon as March 5th started, that consolidation began. We can look at it like this. Right there. Price had a very specific, had a very nasty, bearish bias. And as soon as March 5th began, boom, that bias disappeared. Became, or started behaving very differently. And you can see the timing is perfect. On the first candle, March 5th opened, created this range, and it stayed there until the last 2-hour candle. So 21 minutes ago, it broke the range. Now we we easily could continue ranging above it, but we have established a trading range and we broke out of it. And that makes sense because we've seen some more kind of leaning bullish signals than yesterday. And so I like it. I like it. I want to see price hold this. Look, this is so brutal. We've seen this on the 5, on the 15, on the hour. Look at it on the 2-hour. What a clear story. It's such a clear story. Momentum just could not pick up. In the last, I'd say 5 hours or so, we've finally seen that negative momentum break. And now we want to see a new high on our histogram. That would be our go signal. That would definitely be a bullish signal to the market. But momentum is up, even though in the last, or the current candle, the last like 22 minutes, we have seen red trading. That has said, or that has not impaired this positive momentum. It does not care. That this is not enough of a retracement to say on the 2-hour that we've slowed down. Oof, this is pretty savage though. You can see that hourly, whatever, extending out. The 2-hour is still in negative momentum, but that negative momentum is trending back up. Our VWAP is agreeing with that, this yellow kind of mountainous looking thing here, agreeing with it, but money flow isn't. Money flow has flattened out. I wouldn't quite say this is trending up yet, but it's flattened out and it might be giving us our first signals that the 2-hour is looking to roll over, and that is actually getting into a time frame that can have some kind of impact on the chart. 2 hours, probably where I start saying the candlesticks matter. Like on the 5-minute, they just don't really matter. They're too small. They're too easily manipulated. 3-hour looking to roll over, similar to what we saw in the 2. Really identical to the 2, except we can see a little more exaggeration here on that money flow coming up. 4, 2, 3, 4 actually looking very similar. So we're going to watch the 4-hour as well. We want to see that trend continue. The selling pressure is relieving, and we want to see price push back up. Beautiful. Bullish engulfing off the low. Little consolidation at 39.1, and then broke through. Nice. I like what we're seeing. We're just going to go right to the 12 because I'm bored of these small time frames. All right, I love the close. I love this setup for the tweezer bottom here. And then we have a green candle. So in 5 hours at the end of this close, at the end of this day, the higher the better. We could potentially have, even on the 12-hour here, 3-candle reversal. Depending on how much retracement this green candle can do, how much upside action we can see. Look at that. Savage. What a savage like 2 days we've had. Truly savage. But this 3-candle reversal basically is painted like this. One large candle, a doji, and then you would expect to see a large bodied candle in the other direction. That would lock in or confirm our 3-candle reversal setup. We don't have it yet, but even if it closes green at all, as long as the body, I would say, is larger than the wicks, that's a pretty decent size. As we talked about earlier, something like this, though, might just result in a trip back to, say, 41, 42.6, and then it could range back down, and nothing really would have changed. So what we're looking for here is our first signs of reversal on this low. We do have some. We have some. The daily potentially setting up for a tweezer bottom. That's good. But man, we have a lot of ground to catch up. We have a ton of ground to catch up. Ooh, the daily not looking great here on these bands, man. We see basically a very bearish period after a very bullish period. And now we're seeing what is consolidation. We're seeing our highs come down, our lows come up, and basically that's price coiling. Price coiling. Becoming less volatile. We see that typically before a big move. And what probably makes sense to think about here is Oh, that's many days out for those lines up. But basically, to think of it as soon as these momentum bands can break a high or a low, we're likely to see price continue in that direction. So if we see something like that, price is likely looking to trend up. If we see something like this, price is likely to trend down. This is very much a decision point. As we can see, neither the bears nor the bulls here have full control. And this can get tighter and tighter and tighter really into infinity. That doesn't ever happen, but it could, in theory. We're looking for a breakout. This is like a symmetrical triangle on our indicators, on our market cipher here. MTC says meow. How you doing, right, meow? Daily. I like the RSI here. All right, now that you've made it, so we'd like to be kind of boring in the beginning, throw off all the normies, right? I'll give you guys the real goodies. You're gonna like this. This is the secret TA. We got 250 watching, we're trending up. Hopefully Bitcoin's gonna follow the trend of our viewership here. But 250 watching, 100 likes, that's pretty good. Thank you, MTC, that's probably why. But guys, smash that like button and subscribe. Jump in the Discord, check out Patreon, you know all the crap. Hype it up, because this is going to be the goodies. This is going to be the good stuff. So here's what I'm watching. This is the secrets. This is the 2-day chart. Not commonly talked about, not commonly looked at. This is what I'm watching. Today we closed the 2-day. I'm looking for a close above 39.2. This will have effectively held support from late February. That will be a strong sign. Be a strong signal. We have this thick 2-day resistance up here. I'll add this back to the chart. And that's interesting, right? But that's not like mind-blowing. That's okay. There's more. Don't worry. I'm not letting you down with this one. We switch it to the 3-day, and we have something very spicy. We have something very spicy that happened last night. Our 3-day chart looks pretty wild, right? We had a nice rally. We had this big old rally. It stopped pretty much exactly where early February's rally stopped. And then we had a corresponding dump. What's spicy about this is you can see this bottom wick on this candle closed yesterday. Represents 3 days. We can, if we zoom in here, it takes lots of zooming. We can see that the bears at one point were able to bearish engulf that entire 3-day rally. But it was bought up. And directly, this was like within just the last minutes of the close. If I go to the 5-minute, you'll see it's pretty wild. Check this out. Where's our close here? Back here. Check this out. Within the last like minutes of that 3-day candle, price very specifically popped up, sold off, and in the last seconds closed above. So that 3-day support was battled out to the very last minutes of that 3-day candle. And technically, the bulls won. Technically. They rejected the bearish engulf. And so now we have this nice little green candle. Nice little green candle. So if you kind of add those up, and I'm not done. I'm still not done. The biggest spice is not done. If you add those up, you see, okay, we've got that 2-day support. I'll add text to these so you can remember what they are. 2-day, 3-day. There we go. We can kind of infer some support there because price has respected it. The bearish engulf was rejected, so now I'm looking for a move back to 44.3. If we're just looking at these candles. But here comes the biggest spice. Smash the like for the big spice. The 5-day. This is really ballsy. I don't even think I can make this call. But I'm gonna just do it for the sake of education here. This is super spicy. So this is 5-day candles. Each of these represents 5 whole days. What we have here is a very specific candlestick pattern that we don't see often. We just remove today's or the current 5-day, and we have it right here. Starting with this green candle, we had a rally, 1, 2, 3 red days, no bearish engulf on any of this. So this was technically a 3 black crows pattern, but then we got a spicy 5-day candle just in time. So what pattern is this? This is a very rare pattern in crypto. I will say you don't see this often. Probably nobody has caught this yet because this is a kind of different time frame. 5-day, not really used all the time. You don't hear about it all the time. And this pattern itself rarely ever shows up on the candles. So this is called a 3 rising methods. And it was cemented with the close on the previous 5-day candle. So here's the spiciness, is we have 1 day and 6 hours. God, this is too ballsy for me to make. I'm going to be wrong, but maybe not. What I'm speculating is a 3 rising methods typically results in continuation to the upside. That is the standard for this pattern. As you can see, that's not what's going on right now. This 5-day candle is down in the mud. It has not bearish engulfed as far as I know. I'm going to add that 5-day. There we go. That'd be down at 38.3. Nope, we haven't traded there. So here's the craziness, is there is enough time left in this 5-day candle for price to push back up and complete this pattern. Is it likely? I would say not. I would say not. But it is what we would expect on the probability side for a candlestick pattern like this on this large of a time frame. It's pretty damn interesting. If price can retake 44,400 before, I guess that's 1 hour, 1 day, 6 hours before Monday, we can have an extremely explosive rally. Now, if it doesn't completely throw everything out the window, it certainly would invalidate this 3 rising methods. But this is a beautiful setup that no one's looking at, and in Bitcoin, that tends to be very valuable information. So there's the spice. You guys made it. You got it. Don't forget it. It's going to be wild if this plays out. You can almost see, like, it's too perfect, and no one's looking at it. You have your rally, your retracement, and then you're bullish engulfing back to the rally start. Can't be cut any other way. Can't be cut any other way. 3 rising methods on the 5-day. You have 1 hour and 6 minutes to validate it. And I would say this is looking at histogram, man. You had your positive momentum in the last candle. The current one is waning positive momentum. But you can almost even imagine that momentum picking up before the close. 5-day on market cipher. Trending back to 0. Money flow failed to make a lower low, at least at this point, and VWAP's up. A lot of it could be leaning in that direction. This would be maybe the craziest call to ever come true in my history, if it does. 5-day also. Bullish divergence off the low. You have a weak bearish divergence. It's beautiful. It's too perfect. I hope it honestly, I hope it happens even if it doesn't go anywhere, because it would just be the coolest thing to like catch and then see play out. Even if it, I don't know, even if it did this, even if it did that and then like fell back down, it would just be awesome to see it happen. Like as a chart nerd, I would be so excited because you have the setup, no one sees it coming, you don't have a lot of time left, but it still can play out. God, I would love to see that happen. All right, I've been charting, I've been rambling and charting. So that would be the upside kind of hopium close for this weekend. The downside hopium close, which isn't really hopium, is the weekly gives us a very easy to identify price point, and it's very close to that 5-day level. 38.395. It's, let's just say it's the exact same thing because they're within 0.1%. The weekly just wants to close above 38.3. If it does, we have a bullish engulf on the weekly, and that's a bullish signal. You can see this rally here on the 24th failed to bullish engulf, but we still got a nice bounce. If we can bullish engulf here, I think we take that trip back to 44.4, likely higher. Not a beautiful candle though. It even going on that 5-day thing, it would even look good. It would even look right on the weekly to see this close as a more solid bodied candle. This top wick is a very strange, what is this, an inverted hammer? This is a very strange kind of pattern to see. This would be a very strange close. You don't see, when was the last time we even had this on the weekly? A really long top wick, basically no bottom wick, and a green close. Maybe here, kind of, a little bit. Not. This has a little bit too much of a bottom wick for me. Almost never. Almost never. That's wild. I didn't even know that. Okay, here. There you go. This has a little too thick of a body, but that's like the one candle, two candles that are even remotely similar on the week. And so I think I can conclude that it is unlikely that the weekly closes like that. Definitely possible, but unlikely. Let's check back in on price. Has anything changed? The hour has dipped under the previous hour's open, so it is bearish engulfed. Let's check the 2. 2 hours still okay. The 2 hours saying, yeah, as long as you close above 39.1 in the next hour and a half, you're fine. If the hour does close in this bearish engulf, sorry, below 39.3, I think we likely see in the next few hours a trip back to 39.1. Test this previous resistance as support. Hope and pray you get a bounce there. Hope and pray and wishing. Nothing too spicy there. 5 minute, maybe that sell-off's over. This is catching my eye again. At the beginning of the episode, we said this, and say it again. The 5 minute, since we started, we've seen it selling off. We've seen it selling off, right? We see that correspond down here on our MACD. But what's interesting is if we continue this down to our market cipher, our money flow. Money is not flowing out in the way you would expect money to flow out on a sell-off. Especially with all those red candles in a row. It is suggesting that money is actually entering despite price selling off. Look at that. This is when the sell-off started. Money flow made a higher high, a higher low, and potentially could be making a higher high here in the next, I don't know, hour or two. As VWAP is trending up, it's giving us the signal. We're going to look for this momentum to pinch on the 5, and that's, let's see how many minutes we have left. 1 minute and 40. Yeah, you still have time. You could potentially see that on this candle, if not the next. This is a very conflicting chart. This is very conflicting short, this is low time frame, very conflicting kind of setup. You have price moving down, you have money flow moving up. Not very common. Not very common. You can see even here that hourly bearish engulf line coming back into play as it lost it. Now it's going back to back test it. A rejection from there, as we said, in an hourly close below. We're likely to see that 2 hour bearish engulf level tested in the next few hourly candles. Now it put us back to 39.1. It's a pretty good review. That's a pretty good review. 350 here. What's up, guys? 165 likes. Can we get to 420 likes? We got 700 or 800 yesterday. I believe in you all. I believe in you. What's up, Bitcoiner? How you doing, brother? Yikes, Emma. What's Emma doing? Emma. That's creepy. Creepy. What's up, Beardy Day? Drive with Bishop. Spoof orders. Little spoof orders. Lots of spoofing in crypto. Funds entered the building on the 5 minute. Still, this is not like world changing. This is very, very, very short term. Z-Tip Leet. Oh yeah, Bitcoiner's tip bot. Really cool stuff. What's up, Bidbud? Randy Meow. Toby Chapman, my man. How you doing, man? Juggernaut of Crypto, DCA Dojo. Saying hi. What's up, DCA Dojo? The 6 minute shows money flow coming down. Interesting. Good catch. Good catch there, Cheng. Isn't that spicy? Look at this. Just look at this manipulation. So the difference is a 1 minute in the candle. And look at the 5. The 5 is rising. And we got, there it is. But nah, hasn't closed. But we got the twist we were looking for. But then you go to the 6, and the 6 reflects reality much tighter. As soon as the sell-off started, money flow started trending down. That's what we would expect. And it's weird to see on the 5, money flow still trend up despite a series of red candles. I'm not really even sure what to make of that. Just spiciness in general. Just overall spice levels. Beardy day, crypto and crown. Get some crypto and crown. 200 likes on all meow. That's true. Lift much. Rip the vape. I don't even... Have I ripped it the entire time? I don't know if I have. I was talking. It's hard to vape and talk. There we go. Get back up with 19 minutes. Retake that line. What's up, Chris? New to the stream. You don't know if I do altcoins. I do altcoins. I am a atypical Maximus. I'm rebranding Bitcoin maximalism to Maximisms. Matthew D, bro, where have you been, Matthew D? I thought that you were a mod. I thought I gave you a wrench. I'll have to check that out if you're the same one. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm just hallucinating. Spicy hype, R Lake 13, spicy hype. Rising Dragons. You're here. What's up, Mike? Divine Nation, Boss Man Status. Market Matt. You get hit by a car right now? It's highly unlikely. That's true. I'm on the 2nd floor, but I get hit by a car too. You know, look at Zcash. Yeah. Only because I was looking at Zcash not that long ago. What's up? Oh no, 2K. Oh no, 2K. We looked at Zcash, I think, yesterday, the day before, and we said this chart has some spiciness to it, but until you break 134 or like 140, till you break your high of February, you're really just in the same lower high, lower low setup. So Zcash, you can even see I have right there. I have my alert set, but it is not in Spicy Town yet. Not in Spicy Town yet. No bearish divergence, no bullish divergence on the day. Oof, excuse me. A little gassy. I do like where it's caught, though. Ooh, I didn't notice this the other day. Well, I guess we didn't have that wick the other day. I do like where it's caught. Potentially finding support at 113. That's actually very spicy. Very spicy. As that is the 20 and 50 daily moving averages. There we go. And the 0.5 retrace right there, 114. Holding that low on Zcash actually would be extremely bullish. Extremely bullish. Why did it make the alert up here? What the? That was odd. It's delete that. Holding the 50 daily. It's at $111. Holding that into this daily close. You're looking for a retest of your high. That's spicy. I actually really like that. I've been waiting for Zcash to move forever. Ooh. Whoa. Whoa now. This is really spicy. So we were just talking about on the 5-day for Bitcoin, a very specific pattern, candlestick pattern. Zcash has the potential to have this exact same candlestick pattern on the weekly if it can have a move back up. It needs to close its weekly above 125, and it will have 3 rising methods right here. Beautiful. Beautiful 3 rising methods. We see the 200 weekly moving average was the low of this week. Perfect bounce. You go down to the daily, and you see the low of today. This is why we have a good risk reward here. Is losing the 20 and 50 here on the daily kind of invalidates this whole setup. But if it holds into this close, it gets so spicy. you're going to look for a test of at least the 100, if not the 200 moving averages on the daily. That, oh man, if you can do that before the weekend closes, you have that 3 rising methods, and you have a beautiful chart. Beautiful chart. But again, it comes down to you need a higher high. You don't have it yet, so I'm setting an alert. I think I might modify my alert actually here into this weekly close. I'm going to bring it down to 131 because I believe that will tip us off a little earlier. I love it, man. You don't even need oscillators, don't even need indicators. Those averages are perfect. They're perfect. You are going to have a lot of resistance at 150, but I love the way it's bounced to 200. And you have that same potential. Usually I wouldn't look into it like that. I wouldn't usually like look in depth into a potential candle setup. But because we saw this on Bitcoin on the 5-day just recently, and this is not a very common pattern, this has caught my eye. Watch for this. That's really spicy, man. Good. I'm glad we looked at it. Looks like Bitcoin's still battling into the hourly close here, 14 minutes. Got to finish this candle in 2 more. Still battling with that hourly level. It does look at the moment as if the bulls have defended it. We want minutes. It does look like the bulls have defended it. Nice. Nice. I'll take it. I'll take it. Got milk. I love milk. I drink so much milk. Fairlife milk is what's up. It's lactose free. Holly Wen is looking for a lower low. Lower than yesterday. I think that's highly improbable today. I think that becomes like in the realm of normal probability Monday. But I think it's highly improbable today. No I F with lactose, but not gluten. Smash the likes. 223 likes. Can we get 400? Can we get 400? It's not as spicy as yesterday. Can I check out Robo Shiba? I can tell you my opinion on it already. I've never heard of it. You don't want to know. Toby Chapman, do I have TA courses I like? My own. What's up, Luke W? Apostolic Mind. What's up, dude? Look at Gala. Is Gala even doing anything? Bitcoiner, thanks for the 2, my friend. Thanks for the 2. Elise Yenzer. Hashtag spicy tea. What's up, Elise? Flacco X. Okay. Alright. 6 hour. 8 hour, sure. Nice. No bullish engulf off the low, but that's okay. You have the same bullish divergence off your low as yesterday. From RSI. Same with MACD. Momentum's just beginning to wane off, but this new candle could ruin that if it trades lower into the close. Not loving the 6. Not loving the 6. I'm liking some of those smaller time frames better. First potential winning momentum candle on the 8, catching a little bit down here. We've gone through most of the time frames. We've gone through most of the time frames already today. Nice. Nice. Bulls defending that. Let's see if we get a 618 retracement here. Since we retook the hourly line. Sambo Banjo. It makes sense that Privacy Tokens project could see some positive price action due to fears around BTC hash rate being banned in Russia. It's very hard, if really possible. I mean, the only way you can really ban proof of work stuff is if you're just kind of like spying on how much energy people are using, and like it's very difficult to do. But do I think privacy coins, I guess, is the major part of that? I don't know when, but privacy coins will eventually have a very glorious day coming. People in crypto, the newer people in crypto don't seem to really understand the importance of privacy and how it meshes with all the other concepts here. I've been waiting. Zcash, we just looked at it. There's a privacy coin. We're waiting for that day to come. I think that a good answer would be what's going on in the world right now likely adds some value to privacy. Does that necessarily mean those coins rally? Not really. I mean, it would be nice. But the day is coming eventually. Eventually that day is coming. I don't know when. Something's weird with my vape. I need to replace this thing. What's up, Anthony Palomino, Prabal Pratap Singh Solanki? Tell Cardano to touch $1.50. Okay, Cardano, go touch $1.50. Art Castro, what's up, man? Thanks for subscribing. Joined by Rennie, Renee, and Driver Forever. Thanks, guys. Good to have you all. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet to the channel. We're live here all the time. We've been live since February 20th. We've been live every day except for 2. Missed 2 in the last, like, 20 days. We don't always stream this much, but we've been going ham hard for the sake of going hard. So subscribe and you can catch our lives. Definitely make sure you're in the Discord. It's the best way to keep up with our live streams. We don't do them at a regularly scheduled time because the market doesn't move at regularly scheduled times. But if you're in the Discord at the end of the stream, we will do airdrops as we always do. And you'll get some free Satoshis or Litecoins or Ethereum pieces, GUIs, bits, just for being in there. You don't have to do anything. So a little bit, doesn't cost anything to join. Just make sure you verify. You just have to click the green, white check mark, just like, yes, just like Randy did, that one. What's the poll for the day? I don't know. What should the poll be? Love the shades. Thank you, Randy. Yeah, I didn't think of a poll. Favorite alt at the moment, man. So it's just Litecoin until Litecoin explodes, and then I'll pick another one. Yeah, hash rate, just a really hard thing. Like, people can posture and say they're going to ban it, but, like, China banned it, and I'm sure there's still mining going on. It's like, the problem is, it gets harder to hide larger operations when a government tries to ban it. But here's the thing is, that's kind of a bullish take for Bitcoin. Banning larger operations, by definition, further decentralizes that hash rate. It's just not really a winning battle. China did it. I don't know how effectively, really, they just moved out of China, so China loses that revenue. It doesn't, you can't really ban it. It's like, if you're mining on like a laptop, which you would never do, because you would just be throwing money out the window doing so, nobody could tell. You know, like, you wouldn't, no one would be able to tell. It's just, I guess, the energy usage. They'd be like, holy, you're using 100 times the energy of a normal house. Something's going on there. And if you have an intrusive government like China, they come knock on your door, see your mining rig, I don't know, take you to jail. I don't know what they do. I don't live there. I don't know. There we go. Weird. Weird. Money flow is up. Money flow, higher high on the 5. Are you ready? Sambo Banjo is ready. What's up, bro? Weirdly, the 5-minute is being honest. The 6-minute was more reflective of reality. But the 5-minute kind of hinted at this rally. What does the 6 look like?
Are you scared?
Let's hit the 0.5 retrace. Okay, we have 1 minute. No, we have 6 seconds left in this candle, and then a final 5-minute candle for the hourly close. So far, our hourly close is looking pretty good. looking pretty good. We traded down into this bearish engulfing level, and it was bought back up by bulls. And in 4 minutes 51 seconds, we'll know if it closes above a 39,340. We got a little low time frame bear trap. That would suggest a retest of 39.5. That's our high probability open for Monday. We can see the last 2 hourlies have tested this level, so a third test would further weaken resistance there. Resistance and support are weakened when they're tested, not strengthened. If we close below, we're looking for 39.1. We get that from the 2 hour. I swear to God, everyone in my life only ever calls me when I'm streaming. Never call me when I'm not streaming. Always call me when I'm streaming. I don't know. Don't know. You would think they would just go on my YouTube and look to see if I was streaming, but they don't. And if you are, hey Steve, what's up, man? I'll call you after the stream. Emma needed a nap. Goodbye, Emma. It was nice to have you. Hopefully you come back. Ready. What's up, Half? 3x alts on Keycoin have no liquidation? But do they have funding fees? Funding fees are the slow liquidation. VWAP curve looks nice in the 12. I'll add it to our chart. Why not? Ew. What is this? What is this? What is this? Okay. Yeah, VWAP does look like it's caught a little bit here. Caught a little bit. These are like deviation VWAP bands, I'm guessing. Suggesting 40,500. That's the top of our resistance zone. That's a pretty cool indicator. I really like the yearly VWAP. I really like this yearly VWAP. Yearly VWAP is showing us 40,700. So everything on this chart points to 40,000 to 40,500. Above that, 48 to 52. It's amazing how bearish everyone got on yesterday's close, despite another day of not seeing a lower low. Like, people were bearish here, they were bearish here, they were bearish here, every single one of these days. Then they got a little bullish as we retook the yearly VWAP. It jumped back down, people got bearish, they're bearish, they're bearish, they're bearish. Now they're bearish again, and look, it's only higher lows. This is technically trending. I won't say it's an uptrend, but it's higher lows and people are getting progressively more scared. I've come up with a term for that, and I call that sentiment divergence. When perception and price, reality of price, when perception and the reality of price start to diverge. People are getting more scared, but we're not having lower lows. People are getting more greedy, but we're not having higher highs. Sentiment divergence. Powerful tool. Seems to be very prevalent in cryptocurrency. I'm liking this hourly close. Let's move this down to like 5 minutes. Yeah. Stefanos T, man. Currently at the 618 fib on the latest run. Why would anyone be bearish in the golden? I mean, well, I agree. Being bearish at a golden retrace is never really, well, or bear, either way. Being at that is usually a typical place for price to reverse, but I would agree with the greater thought there. This is the most bullish macroeconomic environment cryptocurrency has ever seen. It does suck that that has to, mean people are suffering. Don't like that. But globally, this is the most bullish scenario crypto's ever seen. Price hasn't broken last year's low. It's a higher low. We had a higher high at the end of the year. I don't know why people are so bearish. I think it's because it's been so boring. This is the reality of price action. But if you zoom out, we looked at that yesterday. Your lows are coming up, your highs are coming up. That's an uptrend. It's just not a particularly good feeling one. It's actually a pretty bad feeling one. The slow grind, the sentiment divergence, folding weak hands. There we go. We got our hourly close. So let's peek at that. Boop. Bulls defended the bearish engulf on this hourly. And so now it's time to see if they can push price. That's what I'm seeing. This did not happen. See if they can push price up. 5 minute looks like it's rolling over. Higher highs on money flow. 6 minutes catching up. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh. Things were looking okay when we started. Things are still looking okay. Bears did not allow a bullish engulf in the half hour though. Little spice for your life. 270 likes. Gosh, we're so far from 420, but with your help, we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. I believe in you. Let's see what's going on, CoinGecko. Oh, yeah, someone said Chillz, and they were right. Chillz is moving. All right. I can't say I'm super excited about this. Oh, what is going on with my sinuses? I can't say I'm super excited about this yet. But it's not the worst. You had an explosive move up. You retraced just below the 618, the golden retrace. So now you want to see price push to the upside. You technically do have a higher high though versus early February, so that's decent. That wouldn't be a bad spot to close. This has definitely the components for spiciness. Money flow on the weekly might be rolling over to positive. Ooh, this is actually getting very spicy. The daily looking like it's got some fierce bullish, yeah, some fiercely bullish buying going on there. I think that I'll feel more comfortable above here. 665 sats for Chile. Man. Let's see. Let's see where we might look. About 1,000 sats. 1,000 sats for your 618 retrace would be a very spicy level. If you break that, oof. Oofed. Still in play, yeah. Yeah. I dig it. It's nice to see some coins doing something. Yeah, there you go. 200 daily right near that 658 resistance. If Chillz can break through there, back test 660, 658 as support, that 1,000 becomes very probable. Very probable. This has really kept the moving averages tight. And if they can flip them, test them as support, this chart's extremely bullish all of a sudden. We're not quite there yet. I like this rally, but I think it's too early to get super excited. Good eye, though. Good eye whoever recommended that. It's like the only thing moving, it seems. Except for A and C that we looked at yesterday. I looked into it a little bit. I'm more knowledgeable on the Anchor protocol than I was yesterday. Doesn't really look like much else is moving at all. Only 6 charts at all with green. Let's see what the big losers are. Thor getting hammered. Waves! Did our waves short? Let's check out our waves short that we placed yesterday. Are we in profits, baby? So far, so good. So far, so good. Where was that? 915. Let's keep that entry the same. So far, so good. Ooh, wow. This is, if this plays out exactly as predicted, I'll take a bow. Rejected. Looking for a back test of the previous broken resistance here on the BTC pair, and then a rally to a new high, local high. And we're expecting the dollar or analyzing, predicting, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, the dollar pair to do something similar. So far, so good. Rock and roll. Shorts live. Shorts live, not stopped. Where are we from our entry now? 12%. Wow, this is already 12% in profit. Okay. Did not expect that. Rock and roll waves. Dump it. Let's see that play out. And I say dump it, but this would be a super bullish, healthy move for it to make after a rally like that. Luna's back at support. Let's check out Luna quick. Well, it's at previous resistance. Let's see if it's holding as support. Flirting. Flirting. We discussed a theoretical trade on Luna, including $350 of investing. And at $50 worth would have filled in this theoretical situation. The $100 entry, not hit yet. $200 entry, still below. Luna, though. Luna is ripping while the rest of the market isn't. Does anybody here remember when we found this bullish kissing? Bullish kissing, I invented this. I invented the term bullish kissing. But I've seen it play out over and over and over and over again. So consistently hot. Right there, you got it. And price basically went vertical. The rest is history. Bitcoin almost back to the 618 retrace. Well, I gotta pee. Can I hold it? Maybe. $340 watching right on. 340 of the awesomest, bestest fam watching the 618 retrace on the hourly. Will we break it? Explore higher? Will we reject? Come back, test that hourly support, local support again? Do not know. If you ask the 5 minute says yes, you break it. The 5 minute says you do. I'll lean towards the 5 minute. And the 10. Actually, this is starting to look really good. This is starting to look very good. Six hours. So since last time we looked at this, I don't know, like 20 minutes ago, the 6 hour is showing us momentum may have reversed. We have to wait for the 6 hour close. But what we're seeing on lower time frames is definitely agreeing with that. VWAP is just now entering positive as momentum is pinching. I'm thinking next week we're looking for a retracement. That seems to be the probable. That's looking great. This is looking great. I don't mean this, I don't know. I don't mean like bull run now, instant moon, but yesterday looked very bad. Every time frame we looked at, I'm rarely bearish. Whoa, we just got a bump in viewers. What? Welcome, randomly 200 extra viewers. Stay a while and glisten. Yesterday, every time frame. 5 minute, we just went from the 5 minute to the daily. Everything looked like crap. And I was not bullish. Not bullish on it. Monthly support did hold into the daily close. That was excellent. Now we're seeing kind of some sideways chop trading. I'm not super convinced that we're going to see a breakout this weekend. I think the most probable close, maybe that was just an error. Maybe that's just like a bug. Maybe we didn't have 200 people randomly start viewing. Most probable close, though, I think is still sitting 39.5 for this week or weekend. I think once the week starts, then we'll see the potential breakup or breakdown. I'm still leaning towards breakup, to be honest. I still think we have to see the 48 to 52 range. It's the same thing I said last year when price was relatively the exact same. It sounded crazy then until it happened. Until it happened. It always does until it happens. Alright, I gotta pee. I'm gonna take a quick pee. Don't go anywhere. In fact, hype the stream up even more, because I'm not here. I'm gonna make this quick. Give me 2 seconds. All right, we're back. There we go, just where we left it, literally. Literally where we left it. Longest pee ever. Oh, I can pee much longer. Much longer, my friend. I'm like a camel. I can store it up for days and then unleash it. Anything moving in the last hour? Just Chillz. Atom, but the price is not exciting. $31, still well below its recent swing high. Market is not moving too much, as expected, because it's the weekend. It really is the weird outlier is Chillz. Just randomly deciding to move itself. Whoa. Almost fell into the matrix. But even that in the dollar pair you can see is not that exciting either. It's like, need to get back to about 25 cents before it gets exciting. Ooh, you got a little funky setup here. I would like to see Chillz close above 20 cents today, and you can see that 2050 daily cross. Bullish cross happening very quickly if you do. Does this not have a 200? Oh, it does. Well, I like that. I own a little bit of Chillz, just to be transparent. No, like a very small amount, but to be transparent. Actually, I kind of like this better like this. Either way, you have a nice little falling pattern, lower lows, lower highs. So it is logical to expect a retracement at some point. Oops. On the daily, Chillz Ichimoku Cloud is actually going to be giving the cross up signal. There it is. Boom. Called it. Price is still below the cloud, so it's not a very strong bullish signal, but it's worth noting. 200 daily sitting right around where the 0.5 retrace is. That's a logical spot for price to move to. 30 cents. I think that's about where I bought it. Woot. Voot voot. I'll put an alert. I think I'm out of alerts. I'm out of alerts. Dear TradingView, give me more alerts. Chillz is the place for food. It's also the place for speculative S-coins. 320s. Yeah, it's not exactly a super spicy price action day, but we've done some great analysis. We've had some amazing subscribers. Some fam. Jeez, the bots are going crazy in the comments. The video yesterday got more bot comments than like any video ever. Like hundreds and I removed hundreds of them. And I think there still are hundreds of them. I just run out of energy. I don't care at some point. That's why I always pin to the top comment to beware of scams. Don't contact anybody in the comments. It's all scams. Every single thing in the comments of every video in crypto is just like scam bots. They flood you. They just overload you. There we go. 618 retrace complete. Boom. You see how price kind of clicked as soon as they hit it? Boom, hit stops. The floor is lava. Fun fact, the floor is lava. Did you know that? You probably didn't. Jeez, and they're going crazy on Twitter too. Holy. Look at. Gee. The amount of spam that I get is wild, but what's really weird is in the last week that spam amount has clicked up like a magnitude. Like times 10. So many. So many. It's all over the comments. It's all up. And my Twitter inbox is wild. Wildly. Check this out. These are all from like today. Just hello. Sent link, sent link, sent link. It's a, hello, I've seen your YouTube and I am very impressed. I have watched all of your video projects. They want me to shill NFTs or something. No, thank you. What's up, Pest Master? You're not a bot. I know you, brother. You think I've forgotten? Pest Master. Nah, I remember you, brother. I think I looked at Uni yesterday. So let's see what I was thinking yesterday.
I'm no bot. What's your opinion on Uniswap long-term looks cheap?
I don't think this is the chart I looked at yesterday. I think I might have made a new one. Let's see if this is it. I'm like 99% sure I looked at Uniswap yesterday. Right? I've been doing so much streaming, I don't even know. I don't think this is even the one I looked at. Oh well. I'm confused now. Maybe it just didn't save. I know I did. Am I crazy? Who is here? Did I look at Uniswap yesterday? Either way, you got support at 850. Got resistance at like 1080. 10 bucks. Looks cheap. Yeah, it is pretty cheap, isn't it? Yeah, bullish divergence on your daily low. I'm like low key trying to check out if I did look at Uniswap yesterday. This is definitely not the chart. There's no way I drew this many lines yesterday. Uni patron. I don't even think I did like a patron setup for Uni. This is just the same chart. I'm confusing myself. Maybe I didn't yesterday. All right, moving on. Let's see. I can simplify this chart greatly. Yes. We don't need these anymore. We don't need this anymore. We don't need this anymore. Looks good. That looks good. Wow, momentum on the weekly. Even though it's closing a nasty red, still that selling momentum is waning off because of just how sold this got. Got so sold. Market Cipher gave you a weekly green dot. That's not bad. VWAP moving up. Not the best weekly close going on here. But I think you got 850 as support and you have 650 below that. And there's really, I don't know how 650 will fare, but $4 is like the historical. This would be ideal. If you could enter here, this would be ideal. This would be way more ideal. Really has retraced, hasn't it? No, this is one giant falling wedge. You can see a super clearly defined trend. Like super clearly defined trend line. Super clear. I'm gonna get rid of that. There we go. Super clearly defined trend line. Your highs are coming down. Your lows are coming down. You are making a falling wedge. At some point, you're going to look to retrace. Whether or not it goes back to the all-time high, I don't know. Let's see. $4 or $5 that your 0.5 is right at your previous $25 resistance support. Oh, no wonder it's on regular. I was like, why does this look so weird? Regular charts are for chumps. It's a knife. That's how I feel. She's a knife. You could look to make some kind of play here. I see what you're seeing, Pestmaster. I definitely do. I like the fallingness of this coin. I like how little it's retraced. You're unlikely to have any significant resistance until like $12 maybe. I just don't know when that bounce will be. You could fall further and then bounce. You could fall all the way back to that $4 and then bounce. That'd be a good play. I think anyone who takes this, who takes a trade on Uni, I think you should look to split up your entry between those major supports and see what fills, because you're a knife. You're just a knife right now. Definitely potential there, though. Boo, hourly slowed down. Boo. Boo, boo. COVAL. COVAL also in the green. Didn't show up on CoinGecko. COVAL. I remember I had to make a chart for this. See how it's done since it's listed. Has not done so great. Yeah, that might be in the green, my friend, but I wouldn't get excited about it. It dropped 3%, now it's up 2.8%. That needs to go up a lot for it to matter. But you got a pretty clear runway once you do get up. This is, it got listed on Coinbase. I made a video about it, like, I think the day it did. I didn't even know. That looks nice. But you're going to run into resistance at 5 cents. Let's call it 5 cents. Was 5.72. If you bounce and you somehow make it past 5.72, looking at 10 cents for the 0.5 retrace, that's pretty solid. Hey, pretty solid. I think it's too early to call that though. Like this is, like, look at this weekly. It's not a very bully weekly. Knife. It's just a knife. Now, honestly, I'm not touching anything right now that's not Bitcoin. I mean, I'll grab Litecoin if it drops like to levels that people probably pee themselves at. I did pick up $1,000 worth of Litecoin actually at 103. Ooh. It's just like right where I bought it. I'll pick up more Litecoin at like 75 bucks. If that fails, then I'll go ham at 50. I don't see a trade lower than that. Interesting though. That's a pretty back test. I'm still looking for 122 at least. That's a pretty back test of this wedge, or broadening wedge. It's really gonna have to hold 100 bucks though, or it's gonna fall through. I keep forgetting. Ugh. JP, my man. Now financial advice. Bitcoin. Floki is gonna crash the market when it's going to retrace. I somehow doubt that like not even 1% of the total crypto market cap coin will crash anything. But falling wedge. Look for them falling wedges, Mike. Falling wedges tend to break to the upside. This has been a pretty eventful, actually, 2-hour candle. That was a nice little fake out, trap some bears. Consolidating. If the hourly closes above 49,450, you have a 3-candle long setup. Big green, little red, big green. Battling into the close. Yo, Alchemist, what's up, man? You know how I feel about politics and such, and you actually probably know exactly how I feel about what you're talking about. But you know, brother, we don't get political and stuff here. YouTube doesn't like that. I respect your opinion, but we keep it cryptos. We keep it cryptos. You know that. But everyone's emotions are high. It's been a wild week, man, for the world. JP, you deserve 100,000 subscribers, my brother. What's up, board deal? B Baker, did you join the Discord, dude? I think I kicked you for not verifying. You should get back in there and verify this time. We haven't had a real altcoin season this run. The real altcoin season was like early 2021. I keep hearing that, but it just must be from people who like started investing later last year. Right here. Boom. That was alt season. December 28th, 2020 to May 2021. That's alt season, baby. This is like, yeah, it's still trending in alt's favor, but it's not like alt season-y. I'm waiting for that to drop again. I can't believe it hasn't retraced. I don't know what dominance is doing, man. This is very weird. It's like kind of making Kind of making a bear flag. But that was alt season. You had 140, 130 days of explosive alt growth. Time to look at PPT. Ooh, PPT. I haven't looked at PPT in a long time. I'm afraid of what might be on this chart. I'm like, ha ha ha, womp.
Time to look at BTC to make a lot of the 2021 class see their future bags.
Rika, did you see what happened when I clicked PPT? I still own some PPT, BTW. Let me see if that's the most history. Apparently, Binance delisted it. They unlisted PPT, which is, I'm pretty sure, where my PPT is. So, God knows. Yep. Yep. This is, Rico, as always, brings some wisdom and value to the stream. Let me see if I can get this top wick. PPT traded to $88. Traded as low as 7 cents. 2019. 2020 found a little bit of support at 17 cents. This year, you've had a higher low, 24 cents. But this is what Rico's talking about. This is a minus 99.7% decline from its highest point to lowest point is a 99.92. This is what he's talking about. This is why I always tell you guys, I always push you guys. I don't tell you because I don't tell you what to do. Why I champion the idea of having the majority of your portfolio in Bitcoin. Because alts, yes, they can go crazy. But you don't need a large position to capture that upside action. You just need a position. The problem is people then enter alts thinking, no, I need to get rich. I don't have enough money. I'll never get rich with Bitcoin, etc. Whatever excuse they give themselves to risk on. And then they go minus 99.9%. And guess what? No one who believed in PPT thought this would happen. The same way no one thinks whatever coin you have in mind right now can do this. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. Even from its 2021 swing high to its swing low this year has done another, that's 97%. This is 99.9. This is 97.4. So if you bought $100 worth of PPT at the 2021 swing high here, you now have what? $2.60. Be smart. Crypto doesn't need more reward in the sense of it. You don't need more upside. You can have small positions. You can make you can rip off huge profits with them. But what you need to do to survive is manage your risk. Your reward is there. The upside is virtually limitless. The downside is also. This can happen to you. In fact, it will happen to you at some point. Everyone who's been in crypto long enough who didn't just buy Bitcoin and do nothing has experienced this. I own PPT. There we go. Like literally I've experienced this one because I own it. But I own like I said, maybe $100 worth. This is not PPT. Maybe $100 worth. Not sure when I bought it either. But I definitely didn't buy it at a lower Bitcoin value. It's like at all-time lows right now. Don't get stuck holding 50% of your bag, 100% of your bag in some altcoin and then end up like this. You can still have altcoins. But if the majority of your portfolio is in Bitcoin, you're going to be protected from this crazy, crazy downside. Bitcoin is the stable coin. It's a weird thought, but it is. Paparazzi in Miami. I'm gonna see you there, I think. Right, MTC? We have plans. One day you'll buy me several beers, and one day I will drink those several beers, as long as they don't have gluten in them. Bitcoiner, I shut a jail, brother. I didn't forget you. Alchemist, I thought that lady saying that about sunflowers was the most badass thing I've ever heard in my life. Take the sunflower seeds. Take them. Anyway, guys, I have a little shindig planned for tonight. So I'm going to jump off here. I love you all. You guys are the best. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Jump in the Discord. We're going to be doing the airdrop directly after the stream, so you have a minute, 2 minutes to get in there. Subscribe. We'll be live again. Check out the podcast, the WeRCC podcast, highest quality podcast for crypto there is. All the episodes are timeless. I am the host, so you'll have more Crown content. Check out the Patreon. It's still early enough in the month to sign up. I dropped an educational patron-only exclusive video today. If you sign up, you'll get access to it. Lots of value there in the Patreon. I've already posted multiple times this month. Check it out. We've had lots of people join. I think we've had like the most new patrons this month, I think in like 9 months. So it's great to see people investing in themselves. If you're looking for exclusive trade setups, macro market insights, technical analysis, educational content, videos like published today, check it out, sign up. I love you guys. I will see you soon. I've been enjoying streaming more, and I hope you tune in for them. So jump in the Discord, bros and sisses, brosis. Crown out.